Hey Eternal, this is Skinless, the guild leader for Eternal Alliance, and we're going to be looking at R8 Negotiator mirror matches. With these, there is a coin toss when you're doing a mirror match, and if you lose, it tends to be one of those things where you end up in a spot where, if you lose the coin toss, you're pretty much kind of done with. Well, I disagree. I think that there's actually a way to get around it. So here's what I do. You kind of wait at this point. If you're lucky, you get this turn here. I go ahead and get your protection up. Try to get the buff immunity on the ETA. It doesn't always work. But here I actually, instead of going ahead and trying to do the safer route, I immediately try to get daze on the field. I find that that's actually a lot more, it's a better way to control the battle if you can get the daze out there and keep them from attacking your ETA at that point, because he's already underneath stealth. So you can kind of work around it and start working to build your ETA back up rather than using the unending loyalty, which ends up in a spot where you don't have enough on the field and they aren't controlled and they have a lot more offense going on, and it's just an automatic win for them. So when you're going against this Houndstooth as well, that's another thing, is you've got a lot of different little pieces that get in the way here. So you really have to just chip away at all the different parts. This is kind of a longer battle, and I've got quite a few misplays, and you can see that I've made misplays. So I'm not perfect when it comes to this run, but if you do it right, and you specifically continue to build up your ETA, you continue to clear the right things. In fact, I probably would have earlier brought out Ahsoka rather than Plo to go forward here. But you can see I went ahead and went from a completely losing stance to coming back and being in a really strong spot for the fight. Now, as many of you already know, when you go through these Negotiator mirror matches, if you don't kill the enemy ETA right off the bat, it takes time to go through and do these. It's not the fastest fight. So it's always just get out the other enemy, get out the other Anakin, essentially, the whole time. And I don't have the strongest fleet here, as you can see from many of my other videos. But I have the R5 is the max for all my pilots, except for the Gear 12 on Plo and Clone Sargent. But we went from really bad spot to now being in a really good spot. So here I protect my ETA, and that was a misplay on my part because I kind of knew something like that was going to be coming. So you once again have to continue to build back up, get your team back going, and if I had not protected my ETA, maybe protected another ship or got myself a little more built up, I could have been in a little better spot, probably of taking care of not Anakin, but a Snips. So as you can see, we're still kind of going, still chugging, and even though I'm once again still in a really bad spot, their fleet is actually looking really, really good. I can still get out of it by once I get out the ETA. I can then use my daze, kind of get the field going in my direction, and we've already started moving towards a much better spot. The other thing is I've found that I actually leave Houndstooth on the field probably a lot longer than I need to. When he's not taunting, I will take out the other ships because the offense ability on the Houndstooth is actually really not that great when it comes down to it. Yeah, he gets the breach, but you're in a spot where you're actually going to be a lot better off taking out the other pilots. So, still turning around and kind of a longer match, like I said. But this is kind of just to show you that you can still get around it. And if you're still watching at this point to make sure I win, or if you're fast forwarding, that's great either way. The initial startup, committing to that daze rather than using the special to give yourself that net. That is the major misplay if you're not using the daze, because the daze is going to be saving you every single time. I mean, yeah, you end up in a match that's much longer, and you can just quit out. But not everyone has all 5 refreshes to use every day. Not everyone can go through it. And yeah, I mean, I lost the coin toss 4 out of my 5 matches today. But even though I lost the coin toss, I still was able to go through and win the match. So you can see we're in a really good spot. We got 47 seconds left on the timer. A few more hits, and we should be good. 43, 42, and last hit, and we're done. And that's how you get your win. So you can still take first place, still take whatever you need to take, even with these R8 Negotiator matches, even with losing the coin toss. It's definitely possible. So, as always, I appreciate all my viewers, and I hope all of you enjoyed this. And as always, Skinless is out.